Hi, my name is Florian Kohler. Today I'm going to teach you about spin and position play so you can play just like a pro. This lesson is about how to play like a pro, spins and position play. So I'm going to start with the cue ball and the one ball. The one ball is going to be pretty much in the middle of the table and the cue ball a foot behind. So there's a few spins and I'm going to start simply with this, what we call the stop shots. Stop shots is basically hitting the center of the cue ball. The impact, like this. That's a stop shot. Now I want you to imagine the cue ball as a clock, okay? So you have all the things, so you have 12, 1, 2, 3, 6, and you have all the spins out there too. Now we're going to talk about a follow shot. Follow shot, if I hit 12 o'clock in this case, my cue ball is going to hit the 2 is going to go and the cue ball is going to follow. Let's cover a draw shot. I'm going to grab again the cue ball. This time we're going to grab the 3 ball. And instead of going for 12, we're going to go for 6 o'clock here. So 6 o'clock, my 3 ball is going to go and my cue ball is going to come back. You'll see this in a minute. Just like this, okay? So left spin. Again, if you look at the clock, it's going to be like a 9 o'clock. For me, at least, if I look at my cue ball, right there, and you'll see the ball spinning in this direction. Okay, so right spin, that would be 3 o'clock, right there. And there we go, and our ball is spinning the other way. You can combine all those to actually make something with it and have the cue ball go exactly where you want to go. So we're going to go back to the 5 ball here. I'm going to grab my cue ball. And I'm simply going to show you what happened if you were to put, for example, top left and top right. So if I put top, my ball is going to follow. And it probably is going to stop somewhere there. So let's see what happens. Just straight top. Okay, so you can see it goes there and it's stopped down there. Now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do simply top left, and that should be able to help my ball go round table. As you can see, the ball's got much more power. It's going all the way down table now. And now we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna put the 8 ball here, but this time we're gonna do top right. And I'm gonna let you guess what happened. Basically what's gonna happen is the cue ball is gonna die down and it's gonna slow it down much more. There we go. So you have the exact same position to start, but you have 3 totally different outcomes. And that's how you play position. And that works for draw, follow, and you can combine those spins to make the cue ball go exactly where you want it to go. Now that I've shown you all the spin that exists, it's time to learn how to use them to play position. So I sort of already went into it with that follow shot we just did when he went in different zones, but this time we're really going to go a little deeper and see more in details with example how to play position and make sure you get not just 1 ball in, but 2 or 3. Example number 1 here. So very typical 8-ball situation. So I'm on the solids and I know if I make the 3, which should be pretty easy, and get good position on the 8, I will win the game. So in this case, let's just analyze the situation quickly. If I were to play just a center ball shot with the tangent, I know my cue ball would come somewhere there and probably leave me a far shot, which is really not ideal, so you don't want to do that. Let's look at what follow does. Follow, the cue ball will go here, probably follow somewhere there. It'll be very hard to get it also close. Then if I were to put follow with left English, it would open the angle a little bit, but I still think it's very dangerous and it's so close to the corner again that I don't like it. I think it's too dangerous. So obviously right spin is not going to do much either for you, top right. However, if you did bottom, it would probably work. So you're going to look at bottom. We have an option here that goes like this. It's a little dangerous because it's going to close to the 9, so if you miss aiming, you might get snooker behind the 9. However, if you do, make sure you're going on this side of the 3 ball to aiming more a bit on the left, bottom, and a touch of right spin to help you spin on the rail. Your cue ball is going to go here, right there, and land somewhere here. And your zone is really big, so you will have an easy shot on the 8 ball. Let's look at that. Bottom and a touch of right. Example 2 here, another 8-ball situation, and once again, I'm on solids. My 1 ball's right here, my opponent's got a few balls left, but this time my 8 ball's not so easy, and I got a lot of path obstructed. So let's look at what's going on here. So if we did a stop shot, I'm definitely in a pickle because my cue ball would stay right behind 12 and I'm basically done. I can't make the 8. If I were to go follow, even if I somehow avoid this ball, I'm gonna go in there. And if not, I'm gonna go in this one if I hit that rail first. So follow seems to not be the right option. So once again, draw here seems to be the better solution. However, if I think 2 seconds, I know a standard draw would go right here and probably go right here, leaving me a very narrow window to make the 8-ball. So the trick here is I'm gonna make sure that ball spins and open up the angle this way. So I'm gonna play bottom left, a good stroke, try to make sure that cue ball stays down there for an easy shape on the 8-ball. Final example here, this time we're playing 9-ball. So I'm on the 1-ball, and I'm looking at the table and the 4 is really tricky after. So while the 5 and 7s are pretty simple, the 4-ball is really tough, so I don't really want to shoot it. So now I'm looking at the 9-ball, and I'm seeing maybe if I were able to hit the 1 and the 9-ball, I'll be able to win the game and don't have to deal with that 4-ball. So in this case here, we're looking at the situation. So we have the cue ball there, the 1-ball. Obviously the 1-ball is heading towards the corner. All I gotta do now is try to find the spin that brings me back to the 9-ball. So I could play bottom, see if it goes here, but if I had the right angle, I'm either gonna, hit the 4 or I'm gonna hit the 5. So draw seems pretty much impossible. Stop shots will bring me here. I can't make the 4 anyway, and I can't make the 9, so I'm pretty much done. So the only option here I have would be to follow. So I'm gonna try a follow, straight follow, and I'm gonna put a touch of left spin. So I'm gonna aim about 11 o'clock to get the ball to go 1-ball into the long rail, short rail, long rail, to track back down into the 9-ball, make it, and win the game. And that's how you use position play to win in a game on 9-ball when the situation was pretty tough.